Well, welcome, basketball fans. Tonight we're at the Holcomb Hornets gym in downtown Holcomb with the Holcomb Hornets playing host to the Gideon Bulldogs. And I'm Bill Hampton along with my co-host here, Tyler Wagner, and on camera tonight, Kim Stokes. We're glad that you folks have joined us. Tyler, tell us a little bit about this game.
Well, it's a Tri-County Conference matchup here. Both teams getting in their Tri-County schedules. Holcomb's still looking for their first win. They're at 0-8. Been playing very competitive here of late. They played Haytide close game just a few days ago, and Haytide's had a pretty decent season. Gideon's had a pretty average season for themselves. They've what's their record at? 5-8.
They're 5-8.
5-8. They've had some close games. They played Clarkton a real close game last week. You saw Clarkton have a big win over Risco by 20, and Clarkton was playing well. And then they go over to Gideon, and it's a three-point game. Gideon loses right down at the stretch. So Gideon's been playing very well here of late. So and Holcomb, they're one that first win bad, and they got a nice home court advantage here with Gideon coming in. So I think we're geared up for a pretty competitive game tonight.
Well, we want to tell you tonight's game is brought to you by Three Rivers Community College, also Shear Insurance Services, your Farmers Insurance Group agents, Gideon Care Center, and Strawberry's Midtown Dining Room. We want to thank those folks for bringing tonight's game. If you enjoy high school basketball, make sure you tell those sponsors how much you enjoyed. Well, let's talk a little bit about the Gideon Bulldogs. Their coach, Daniel Sexton, said he played his high school ball at New Madrid County Central, played college ball at Shawnee Junior College, also Arkansas State, at that time the Indians, and now the Red Wolves. And his assistant is Jim Brees. And for the Holcomb Hornets, Seth McBroom played his high school basketball at Twin Rivers. And
he's in the same class I was. We graduated in 2002. Played a lot of summer ball together, AAU basketball. Played in some national tournaments, stuff like that. So we're pretty good friends. And this is, I believe, his second year coaching there, I believe.
Also, his assistant is Matt Casper. Referees tonight are Shannon Foster, Jerry Moore, and Ellen Jessup. And we saw a good JV game. The game was very tight all the way through till right start of the fourth quarter, and Gideon pulled it out, winning 59-40 over the Holcomb JV team. So we're just a few moments away from the starting lineups. Again, if you haven't got out to see high school basketball in person, we're glad that you're joining us on YHC. If you get a chance, get out and watch those young people because they're really working hard. We really enjoy, get a lot of comments on the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. Also, great game the other night at Risco between the Clarkton Reindeer and the Risco Tigers. And then we also did the Bernie Dexter game. Boy, what a game that was. 2-point. Jake Owens scored with 1.4 seconds to go to give Bernie that win at Bernie. And we're going to be doing a couple of games from the Stoddard County Tournament. And that's going to be coming up. So we've still got a lot of basketball on hand, and we'll be doing those games. Plus, we will be they'll all be taped, and we'll be playing them through the spring, the summer, and right up to football, high school football, which will start in September. But again, we're glad that you joined us, and we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with your starting lineups in just a moment. You're watching high school basketball on YHC.
Three Rivers Community College is a great place.
A great place.
A great place to start college or career classes.
Three Rivers affordable tuition
Means Pell Grants go further.
I can use A+.
I got a scholarship.
To learn more, go to trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Get started at TRCC.
Have you noticed they're all the same guy?
It would be hard not to.
Enjoying the art?
Yes, very much. Are you the artist?
I am.
Who is Steve, the doer?
Doer. He's my farmer's insurance agent.
Really?
He gave me the coverage to save my studio. Nina. Hors d'oeuvre. Steve on a stick. Salmon skin Steve roll. Steve in a blanket. Baklava la Steve. What are you doing?
Well, the name scared me. Skin, Steve, roll.
Planning is your best protection against the unexpected. Let Dennis and Lance Shear of Shear Insurance Services advise you on the best plan. Stop by at 406 North Douglas Street in Malden or call them at 573-276-4586 for all your insurance needs.
Well, both teams are huddling up, getting ready for the national anthem, and we understand the national anthem tonight is going to be a tape by the Dixie Chicks. So we're all going to stand and join us for our national anthem. We'll be giving the starting lineups right after our national anthem. Nice rendition of the national anthem. That was Dixie Chicks. They're announcing it. It's going to be the game's going to be shown on YHC, and again, we're glad when we come into your school or your teams are playing, we're glad to bring those games. So we're going to give the starting lineups for the visiting Gideon Bulldogs. Jake Depro, a senior, wears number 10. Number 12, Kurt Miller, a junior. And I guarantee you, he's like the Energizer Bunny Rabbit. He never quits. Number 23, a junior, is Adam Thurman. Number 34, a senior, Max Johnson. He can leap out of that gym. And number 45, Brady Wilson, is a sophomore. Now for the Holcomb Hornets. Number 10, a 5'11 senior, Chase Branch. Number 11, a 5'10 junior, Stephen Kirkpatrick. Number 21, a 6'2 senior, Lucas Fuller. Number 22, a 6'2 senior, Chad Adams. And number 23, a 5'11 junior, Shane McElrath. Again, Tyler, Holcomb looking for their first win of the year, but they have been playing very competitive basketball. When you play Holcomb, you better bring a towel because you're going to work up a lather.
Yeah, that's what they've been doing all year. I had a chance to see them over at the Cannibal Invitational Tournament at the beginning of the year. They struggled a little bit offensively, but they get after it. They play hard. They're going to get up and down with you, and should see that from them all year long.
Jumping center for the Gideon Bulldogs will be Max Johnson, and for the Holcomb Hornets, Chad Adams. Jerry Moore set to toss the ball. We're ready for basketball. Get yourself a diet soda, bag of popcorn, strap it in, and hopefully we're going to see a barn burner in Holcomb tonight. Ball tipped and controlled by Holcomb. McElrath has it, gets it over to Adams. Adams brings the ball across the timeline. Gideon in a man-to-man. Branch out front with it. Gets the ball to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick looks for someone to get it to. Gets it to McElrath. He's going to drive. He puts it up. Ball's blocked, but we're going to have a foul. First foul of the game. Going to go to Adam Thurman to the line to shoot two. Will be Shane McElrath. Just underway.
It's a nice drive by McElrath. That's one of the things that Holcomb really needs to do is be aggressive towards the basket, get to the foul line, and convert from the foul line.
McElrath's a fine athlete. Saw him play last year, and he's got very good floor presence. He knows where he is on the floor and handles himself very well. First one, no good. Second one, he knocks it down. So 1-0. Holcomb takes the lead. Thurman has the ball, throws across court to Miller. Holcomb's in a 1-3-1 defense. Ball swung over to Depro. Depro to Thurman. Thurman drives in, gets the ball to Miller. Miller swings it over to Depro. Depro down in the corner to Johnson. Johnson being double teamed, and he dribbles out of bounds. It's a turnover.
And look, Holcomb looks to trap out of that 1-3-1. I was wondering why the corner wasn't really hedging out to really try to cover that corner, because.
Oh, nice bounce pass. Nice bounce pass that time from Adams to Fuller. Fuller scores it. 3-0 with 6:50 to go in this first quarter. Holcomb on top.
Yeah, talking about Holcomb's defense, the bottom man has to cover both corners, so he's got a long way to stretch.
Yes, he does.
And
He's got to be very quick. Miller for three. Knocks it down.
Oh, it's a nice look by Miller.
I'll tell you one thing, they're fighting the big guy in there. Lucas Fuller gets his second bucket. Holcomb on top, 5-3 with 6:18 to go. Gideon noticed that they've come back and they're setting up in a 2-1-2 offense, except now they're going to make it a 2-3. We've turnover there on Gideon. We always felt like against a 1-3-1 zone, put you a post man up at the top and then do your 2-1-2 offense off of it. And if you swing the ball fast enough, like you were talking about, your baseline man back there on the back, he can't go from sideline to sideline. Turnover that time on the Holcomb Hornets. The drive that time by Depro, could not get it to go. Rebounding is Adams. Brings the ball down the court. He's going to drive in, goes all the way, coast to coast, puts it up. Johnson with a block. Miller has it. Gideon on the run. Miller pulls it up, gets it down in the corner to Depro. He drives, puts it up, will not go. Rebound that time by Thurman, but off his hands, McElrath comes away with it for the Hornets. Holcomb quickly down the floor. Shot put up that time by Fuller, will not go, and Johnson with another rebound. 5-3 with 5:20 to go in this first quarter of play. Holcomb on top of Gideon. Miller for another three, puts it up, will not go. Follows it, gets his own rebound. Down in the corner. Ball taken away by Kirkpatrick. He's still got it, goes down the floor, puts it up, will not go. McElrath the rebound, puts it up, scores it, and he'll go to the line to try to convert on the three-point play.
That's followed by McElrath. He was running the floor very well. That's one thing you want to teach the kids is when you're on a fast break is don't give up on the play. The guy shooting a layup.
Foul that time on Jake Depro, his first, team second. Johnson out for the Bulldogs. Coming in for him is Keith Trosper. McElrath's free throw will not go, but rebounded to Fuller. Fuller puts it up, ball blocked. Nice block that time by Brady Wilson. Depro with the drive, kicks it back out to Miller. Now Holcomb's in a 2-3 zone. Holcomb changing their defense up. We saw that in the JV game. Ball that time put up by Thurman. Could not draw iron, goes out of bounds with 4:42 to go in this first period of play. It's Holcomb 7, Gideon 3. This game tonight is brought to you by the Gideon Care Center. Our family caring for yours, family owned and operated by Dorn and Wanda Vansel, a place where caring mistake makes the difference. If you're looking for a skilled nursing facility that treats you like family, come and be part of ours. Medicare and Medicaid approved. They are a 74-bed facility. Phone 448-3505. It's Gideon Care Center, our family caring for yours. I want to thank those folks for bringing the game tonight. Gideon with a quick timeout. Is Coach Sexton not happy the way his team is performing? Gideon going to go with a 2-2-1 zone press. Let's check yet. It's going to be a man-to-man. McElrath around his band. We're going to have a hooking foul at time on Keith Trosper, his first, team's third. Holcomb will inbound under their own basket with 4:37 to go. Crowd's very quiet.
Yeah, we've had quite a few shots that are errant shots, and it's how you get the crowd started, get some shots in a row and get some momentum offensively.
Walking call that time on Fuller. Zach Williams in for the Hornets. Chase Branch getting a blow. Ball over to Miller. He looks the defense over. Gideon going with that 1-3-1 offense against that 2-3 zone. We're going to have the first foul against Holcomb. It's going to go against Chad Adams. His first, team's first. To the line to shoot two will be Brady Wilson. Wilson is a sophomore. Sorry we don't have the heights. But he's a fairly tall young man.
Oh, yeah.
Until he's 6'3", 6'4". We saw this young man in the JV game shoot a one-handed shot like that, knocked it down. He does the same. He played 1 quarter in the JV game. Going out for Holcomb is Lucas Fuller. In for him is Alex Johnson, a 6'3" junior. Brady Wilson. Second one short. Johnson with the rebound. Gets the ball over to Adams. Adams to Kirkpatrick. Gets it back to Adams. Oh, nice swing down pass inside the lane to McElrath. He's going to be fouled. He's going to go to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, it was a nice no-look pass.
It was.
And Holcomb's doing what they really want to do here early on is get some get some momentum offensively, get some good looks there in the paint, and get to the free throw line.
Second foul on Thurman, team's fourth. McElrath's first free throw short. Coming in, Holcomb, or coming back in, is Chase Brown. Going out is Stephen Kirkpatrick. In for Gideon is number 32, and we don't have number 32, so we'll have to look off the JV chart here. Jordan Landers. Second one by McElrath, scores it. 8-4, Holcomb up by 4 with 4:04 to go in this first quarter play. Miller drives, gets the ball out to Depro. Depro still with the ball. Holcomb's gone to a man-to-man. Miller with the ball. He's working against Branch. Gets it over to Depro. Depro driving the baseline, and he steps on the line out of bounds. Good defense that time by the Hornets.
Yeah, Holcomb is mixing up the defense here early on, trying to get Gideon out of sync, and looks like they're having a little trouble adjusting to the man-to-man there.
Shot put up that time by Williams, will not go. Rebound by Miller. Miller going to go coast to coast with the ball, puts it up, ball's blocked. We're going to have a foul on Branch. He got him with the body. Second team foul, his first, second team foul on the Hornets. The line to shoot two will be Kurt Miller. Miller has 3 on the night. It's a three-pointer. Only field goal by Gideon. He'll be shooting 2. He's a young man that will leave everything on the floor. He will not take anything to the locker room with him when this game is over. Checking in for Holcomb is Jordan Osborne. Going out is Shane McElrath. Miller's second shot, in and out. Rebound tipped around and controlled by the Hornets. Johnson comes away with it, gets the ball to Kirkpatrick. Or gets the ball over to Fuller. Fuller puts it up, couldn't get it to go. Rebound by Wilson of the Hornets. Gets it over to Depro. Depro across the timeline, down in the corner to Landers. Landers puts down a 3. I do have Jordan Landers down. Excuse me, I've got him on the scorebook. Oh, what a nice pass down, and Johnson goes in and can't convert, but he'll go line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Holcomb's handling Gideon's press fairly well here early on. They're actually using it to their advantage, pushing it up the court, and trying to get easy buckets, and they've been getting to the line here fairly often.
Yes. Foul that time on Brady Wilson, on Keith Trosper, his second, team's 5th. Johnson seeks the first. McElrath and Kirkpatrick back in for Holcomb. In for Gideon is Joey Richmond. Second one by Johnson, scores it. 2:45 to go in this first period of play. Holcomb on top of Gideon, 10-7. Holcomb back in a 2-3 zone. 3 put up that time by Richmond, couldn't get it to go. But a nice rebound by Landers. He puts it up and in. Landers come off the bench, has 5 of the 9 points for Gideon. McElrath driving with the ball. Gets the ball inside to Johnson. He puts it up, will not go. Rebounded by Miller. Miller on the run. Kicks it back out to Wilson, who gets the ball. Wow, Landers is hot. He scored 8 in his first period of play. Gideon on top, 12-10. First time that Gideon's been ahead.
Yeah, Gideon's moving the ball a lot better here.
Yes, they are.
They were stagnant early on, but they're moving the ball, getting a lot better open shots.
Williams for 3. Whoa, bounce around and rolls off. We're going to have a foul against Jordan Osborne of the Holcomb Hornets. His first, team's 3rd. Nice block out that time by Jake Depro as he came away with the rebound, and Osborne was on his back. Coming in for Holcomb is back in is Lucas Fuller. .140 to go in this first period of play. Gideon on top, 12-10. We've had 2 lead changes here in the first quarter. Miller drives the baseline, gets it to Landers, who puts up a 3, can't get it to go. Oh, what a nice rebounded drive by Jake Depro. Man, he showed the ball, put it back down, and then put it up. Nice scoop there.
Yeah, Gideon staying back after it on the offensive boards.
McElrath drives, nice bounce pass. Oh, good put up there by Fuller.
That's what Holcomb really wants to do, is get to the center court to McElrath. He's one of their better ball handlers, and they can do a lot with it, just as you've seen there.
Fuller has 6 in this first period for the Hornets. Depro with the ball down alongside the lane. Gets the ball over to Richmond for 3. Draws no iron. Rebound by Alex Johnson. Holcomb on the run. Lucas drives in, puts it up. We're going to have a blocking foul. Blocking foul will go against Miller. It's going to be his first. Team 6 to the line to shoot 2 is Lucas Fuller. He's not been to the line yet. 16 fouls on Gideon. The next foul will send Holcomb to the line for a bonus. Fuller's first will not go. Branch back in for Holcomb, replacing Williams. Second one up. Knocks it down. Fuller now with 7 in the quarter. 14-13 with 45 seconds to go in this opening period of play. Gideon on top of Holcomb. Miller, nice juke, gets the ball over to Depro. Depro's going to kick the ball back out to Richmond. Richmond to Miller. Miller to Depro. Over to Landers. Landers puts up a 3. In and out. Rolls around, ball out of bounds. We'll go over to the Holcomb Hornets with 24 seconds to go in this opening quarter. Holcomb with a chance to take the lead. Trail by 1. Kirkpatrick with the ball. Gideon in that man-to-man. Miller's going to come out and get on Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick spins around him, shoves the ball down to Fuller, and it's off his hands, out of bounds. Gideon now, chance to extend that lead before the end of the quarter. Landers to inbound. Gets the ball to Depro. to Miller. Miller to Landers for three. Puts it up. No good. Rebound by Alex Johnson as the horn goes off the end of the first period of play. It's the Gideon Bulldogs 14, the Holcomb Hornets 13. You're watching high school basketball on YHC.
Three Rivers Community College is a great place.
A great place.
A great place to start college.
Why pay university prices?
When the same classes at TRCC cost a lot less.
I can use A+.
I get individual attention.
I'm close to home.
To learn more, go to trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Get started at TRCC.
Have you noticed they're all the same guy?
It would be hard not to.
Enjoying the art?
Yes, very much. Are you the artist?
I am.
Who is Steve, the doer?
Doer. He's my farmer's insurance agent.
Really?
He gave me the coverage to save my studio. Mina. Hors d'oeuvre, Steve on a stick, salmon skin Steve roll, Steve in a blanket, baklava la Steve. What are you doing?
Well, the name scared me. Skin, Steve, roll.
Planning is your best protection against the unexpected. Let Dennis and Lance Shear of Shear Insurance Services advise you on the best plan. Stop by at 406 North Douglas Street in Malden or call them at 573-276-4586 for all your insurance needs.
What do you have for us, Tyler?
Well, not a lot. Pretty average quarter here. Not a whole lot going on from the stat wise. Really, both teams have got three turnovers. Gideon's managed to score a point off of Holcomb's turnovers. Holcomb's 3 turnovers, and Holcomb's managed 4 points off of Gideon's 3 turnovers. But get quite a few 3-point shots from Gideon early on. They're 3 of 10 in the first quarter. They put 10 3-pointers up in the first quarter, and Holcomb's only put up 1. But really, Holcomb's sitting back in that zone. They've played mostly a 2-3 zone in the first quarter, and Gideon's been willing to take that outside shot. So you're shooting anywhere from 8 to 10 threes a quarter. You know, that's quite a few to be taken. So not really sure if Gideon's the type to, put up that many threes and make a good percentage of them. So that's a stat to look for in this game if they're actually to be able to convert those 3-pointers, because they're going to get the looks.
Well, Jordan Landers, a sophomore, came off that bench and hit 2 threes. 3 put up that time by Joey Richmond, the junior. He knocks it home. Gideon up by 4. McElrath with the ball, breaks the timeline. 3-on-1, he drives down, puts it up himself, will not go. Ball tipped around. We're going to have a jump ball. Ball will stay with Holcomb on the alternate possession as Lucas and Keith Trosper tie the ball up. Gideon will inbound under their own basket. Branch will inbound for the Hornets. He gets the ball out to Adams. Adams along the baseline, brings it back out, swings it over to McElrath. McElrath, good ball handling to get away from everybody. Drives in, puts it up, will not go. Rebound by Depro. Gideon on the run. Depro to Miller. Swings it to Richmond. Back to Depro for 3. Will not go. Rebounded by Alex Johnson. Johnson with 3 or 4 good rebounds already for the Hornets.
Yeah, they're going to get their opportunities because Gideon's going to get the outside shot, so it's going to be real important for Holcomb to get those long rebounds.
Right. Turnover that time by Holcomb. Depro on the run. He goes coast to coast and puts it up. Scores it. Jake Depro with his second basket. He has 4. We've got timeout on the floor with the Gideon Bulldogs 19, Holcomb Hornets 13 with 6:41 to go in this second period of play. I want to tell you this game tonight brought to you by Strawberry's Midtown Dining Room, located at 107 Main Street in Holcomb. The best barbecue around at Strawberry's Midtown Dining Room. Also has custom catering for you. Phone 573-792-9689. That's Strawberry's Midtown Dining Room, where you'll find the biggest pork steaks around. Boy, they are, and they're good.
Oh, sure are.
Tyler and I had dinner there tonight before the game. Treated very nice. Well, Tyler, free throws in that first quarter. I didn't get to that. Holcomb shot 9, only hit 5. Gideon was 1 for 4. Scoring, 7 points by Lucas Fuller, 4 by Shane McElrath, 2 by Alex Johnson for Holcomb for the Gideon Bulldogs. Jake Depro with 2, Kurt Miller with 3, Jordan Landers, the big quarter, he had 8, and Brady Wilson with 1. Notice what Gideon's press is doing. It's making Holcomb speed their game up. And the press is not necessarily made to create turnovers. It's to create the tempo of the game.
Yeah.
What a nice spin move and makes it.
Very nice move.
Chad Adams with a great spin move and put it up and was fouled. Had the presence to stay with it. Goes to the line to try to convert on that three-point play. Foul that time on Brady Wilson, his first, team 7th. That was a good move.
Yeah, it sure was. I wasn't expecting it. I was going to say something about Holcomb's offense, but nice move there by Adams with a spin move and up and under. Drove the foul, three-point play.
19-16. We've got a good one brewing here. Holcomb in a 2-2-1 zone press. Gideon breaks it. Depro tries to get a bounce pass. It comes right back to him. He puts it up, and we're going to have a foul on Alex Johnson. It's going to be Johnson's first. Going to be the team's 4th. The line to shoot 2 will be Jake Depro. Depro with 4 in a game. Has not been to the free throw line yet. Depro and Miller, I'm telling you, they will hound you to death. They just go and go and go. First free throw off the rim.
As we were saying earlier, Giddens really wanted to apply the pressure to make Holcomb probably push the ball up, and you want them to take early shots. Usually early shots mean that they're shots that the team, that offensive team doesn't really want or really need, and you force them into bad shots and get the rebound to go the other way. So that's what Gideon's really trying to do here early on.
Kirkpatrick swings the ball to Williams, and Holcomb breaks the press. McElrath thought about a 3 from the corner, but pulled it back. Gets it to Williams. Williams swings it out to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick to McElrath. He's going to drive. Puts up a jump shot from 12. Going to get the roll. Shane McElrath, his first bucket of the second quarter, has 6 in the game. 20-18 with 5:45 to go. Miller across the timeline. He's being trapped. Ball tipped around. Going to be a turnover. And then Gideon gets it back. Good hustle that time by Brady Wilson. 3 put up by Richmond. Man, he was from downtown.
He's 2 of 4 from 3 tonight.
He was checking out those pork steaks over Strawberries. McElrath just inside the 3, will not go. Ball rebounded. We're going to have a push foul on Alex Johnson, as Johnson had the ball go off his hands, and he tried to push Keith Trosper out of the way. Johnson's second, team's 5th. 23-18 with 5:15 to go in this second quarter of play. Bulldogs on top of the Hornets. Checking in for Holcomb will be Lucas Fuller. Checking out is Alex Johnson. Johnson had some great rebounds in there. Johnson has 2 in a game. Miller with the ball, working against a 1-2-2, 3-quarter press, it looks like. We're going to have a violation. Kicking the ball, looks like. Ball going to stay with Gideon Bulldogs. Richmond inbounds to Depro to Miller. Back to Depro. The reverse will not go. Ball tipped out. McElrath for Holcomb comes away with it. He drives in, puts it up. Going to be fouled. A blocking foul going to be called on Kurt Miller. You can see that coming. Nothing good was going to happen for Gideon that time defensively.
Yeah, McElrath got that on the fly.
Sure did.
He was on the go, and well, he's really looked sharp here early on. He's pushing the ball, being real aggressive up the court.
And notice what he did. He's right-handed. He put that ball up left-handed. Couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, he felt the pressure on his right side, switch over to left.
Branch in for Kirkpatrick for the Hornets. McElrath's 2 for 6 from the free throw line this early in the game. Make it 3 for 7. Checking in for Holcomb is Jordan Osborne. Going out is Shane McElrath. 23-19 with 4:51 to go in this first half of play. Richmond with the ball. He's come off the bench and shot the ball extremely well for the Bulldogs. Depro down in the corner to Richmond for three. Will not go. Ball put right back up. Brady Wilson put the ball right back up. Never came down with it. He caught it midair and put it right
anytime
back.
you got the right angle to do that, that's the thing to do. Don't want to bring it down to have the defense have a chance to knock it away.
Well said. Ball put up that time by Fuller. Will not go. Gideon with the rebound. Depro quickly down the floor. Stutter step, puts it up, scores it. Depro will go to the line to try to convert on the three-point play. He has 5 in a quarter, 7 in a game. Kirkpatrick getting ready to check back in for the Holcomb Hornets.
That was all made by the stutter step dribble there. He raised back. Defense thought he was going to pull it out, and he just went hard to the hole, drew the foul, and made a nice conversion there. He's going to have a chance at a good three-point play.
Adams with the foul. His second, team 6. Next foul by Holcomb will send the Bulldogs for the bonus. Miller converts, or Depro converts on the three-point play. We've got a turnover on Holcomb. That press is bothering them now. It really is. It's changed their tempo of the game.
Yeah, they were handling it pretty well early on. They was getting some good looks, actually being aggressive towards it, getting good looks at the basket. Now they're having a hard time setting up for
the Bulldogs. Miller's going to drive alongside the lane. Gets it to Richmond, to Trosper, to Miller. Gideon getting up on that perimeter, aren't they? They're ready to let go of that three-point play. Miller comes in and gets on the back that time of Lucas Fuller. Fuller's going to go to the line for the 1 and bonus. That's Miller's 3rd foul right here in this first half. He's going to come out of the game. Fuller's 1 for 2 from the line. He scored 7 in the first quarter. He's not scored in the second quarter. Coming in for Gideon is Damon Cornett. He's a number 40. He's a freshman. Fuller connects on the first, gets the bonus. McElrath back in for Williams for the Hornets. 3:58 to go in this first half of play. 28-20 as Gideon has kind of slipped away here.
Yeah, they've really converted on the three-pointers early in this quarter, and anytime you can convert three-pointers early, you're going to get a advantage.
Holcomb in a man-to-man. Now they're going to fall back into they're still in a man-to-man. Oh, good defense that time by McElrath. Calls the jump ball against Depro. But the ball will stay with the Bulldogs on alternate possession. Taking the ball out of bounds will be Trosper. He gets the ball in backcourt to Miller. 3:40 to go in this second period of play. Oh, I tell you, Depro, he finds a way to get through. And what a nice tip up by Keith Trosper. His first basket puts the Gideon Bulldogs up by 9, 30-21.
And Depro's really making things happen for the Bulldogs early on. Holcomb switches to a man-to-man. He takes advantage of it, goes to the basket.
Lucas with a shot, can't get it to go. Rebound by Wilson. He gets the ball to Miller, or to Depro. Depro has a ball, take it away. He gets the ball back. We're going to have a reach-in foul by Lucas Fuller. It's going to be his first. Team 7th, the line to shoot a 1-and-1 will be Jake Depro. Depro is 2 for 3 from the line. He has 6 in a quarter, 8 in a game. 30-21. Gideon just inching away, just ever so slowly. First one up will not go. Nice rebound that time by Osborne. He gets the ball to Kirkpatrick. Hornets need a bucket. Kirkpatrick still with the ball. Gets the ball to Fuller, but he has the ball taken away by Cornett. Depro going to drive, and we're going to have a carrying the ball violation. You don't see that very often, palming the ball, do you?
No, it's, especially that's when it happens when you cross over.
Yes.
You tried to make a hard move right, and defender stepped in and tried to go left. And, sometimes you can get away with it if it's quick enough, but it seemed like it was a little longer that time.
You've got to keep the ball low. And when you get that ball high like that, you're going to have that palming the ball or carrying. We're going to have a foul against the Gideon Bulldogs. Going to be on Keith Trosper, his third. Bulldogs got 2 guys right now with 3 fouls. That's Kurt Miller and Keith Trosper. To the line to shoot 2. They're in a double bonus. That's Holcomb. Is Stephen Kirkpatrick. He's not scored in the game. First shot up short. Johnson checking back in for the Bulldogs. Going out is Trosper. Second one put up. Scores it. 30-22. 2.5 minutes to go in this second quarter of play. Depro with the ball. Working against Branch. Oh, the spacing was perfect that time as Cornett got the ball and swung that ball down to Brady Wilson, who put it up and in. Wilson with 4 1/4, 5 in the game. 32-22, 10-point lead by the Bulldogs. McElrath has it, and he's going to be fouled by Brady Wilson, his second. The line to shoot 2 will be Shane McElrath. McElrath has 7 in this first half. Keith Trosper getting ready to check back in for the Bulldogs. Also Zach Williams for the Hornets. 2 minutes exactly to go in this first half of play. McElrath's first one gets the roll.
Well, Holcomb can really do themselves some good here in the last 2 minutes. They're in the double bonus. And if they stay aggressive towards the basket, you get draw the foul, go to the line and get 2 shots. Can this narrow this lead up real quick.
Second one good, 32-24. Depro gets the ball over to Cornett, inside to Johnson. Johnson has it. Swings the ball down to Richmond. Richmond gets the ball to Depro. Back out to Cornett. Cornett inside to Johnson. Johnson looks underneath to the small guy. He puts it up and in.
It's a nice look there by Johnson.
Sure
they
was.
drew the double team and got the easy dump down pass for an easy basket.
And the smallest man on the court working the baseline gets it and puts it right up. Notice he didn't put it on the floor. Nice drive that time by Kirkpatrick. Couldn't get it to go. We're going to have a foul against the Holcomb Hornets. We'll have to wait to see who they put on the board. It's going to be number 25. It's going to be Jordan Osborne, his second foul. The line to shoot a 1-and-1 will be Max Johnson. Johnson has not scored in this first half. 1:23 to go, 34-24. First one up, scores it. Better not be too long of putting your scores down when Johnson gets it, because he puts it right up. He doesn't waste any time. Second one, will not go. McElrath with the rebound. Gets the ball to Kirkpatrick. Back to McElrath. McElrath at the top of the key. Kicks that ball down to Osborne, who hits McElrath coming along the baseline. Nice dish that time off to Lucas Fuller, who puts it up and in.
That's 2 good moves on McElrath. He saw the defense leg back. He cut to the lane, got it. And he drew the defense and made a nice pass down.
Cornett with the ball to Miller, or to Depro. Gets the ball out the top of the key to Johnson. Swings it over to Depro. Gideon in that, or Holcomb in that zone, and we're going to have a unforced turnover that time against the Gideon Bulldogs. With 44 seconds to go in this first half of play, it's 35-26. Osborne inbound for the Hornets. Gets the ball to Williams. Williams puts up a shot from 12. It's short. Rebounded on the floor by Depro, and Depro is going to has the ball knocked out of his hands. Cornett with the ball, kicks it over to Depro. We're down to 30 seconds to go in this opening half. Trosper has it, gets it to Richmond. Back to Trosper. Ball kicked out of bounds by McElrath. 22 seconds to go, 35-26. Bulldogs on top of the Hornets. Depro at the top of the key gets the ball over to Richmond. Short, but rebound by Johnson. He puts it up, can't get it to go. Ball tipped out of bounds by Gideon. Will will go over to the Hornets with 12 seconds to go. Holcomb with a chance to get a little momentum here if they can get the bucket. Kirkpatrick with the ball. Down to 5 seconds. Gets the ball to McElrath, and we're going to have Trosper with his 4th foul as he pushed McElrath. McElrath goes to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Gideon's really committing some questionable fouls here at the end. They applied good pressure then. Got just a few seconds left in the quarter, and they've been sending Holcomb to the line the past few possessions. And Holcomb, really, they're having a tough time offensively, and basically they're just sending them to the line to get points.
McElrath's first is good. Yeah, Trosper didn't need that 4th foul. 3 seconds to go in this opening half. Second one by McElrath. Rolls around and scores it. McElrath shot 11 free throws in his first half of play. Trosper for long 3 will not go. Ends the first half of play with the Gideon Bulldogs on top of the Holcomb Hornets, 35-28. You're watching high school basketball on YHC.
Have you noticed they're all the same guy?
It would be hard not to.
Enjoying the art?
Yes, very much.
Yeah.
Are you the artist?
I am.
Who is Steve, the doer?
Doer. He's my farmer's insurance agent.
Really?
He gave me the coverage to save my studio. Mina. Hors d'oeuvre, Steve on a stick, salmon skin Steve roll, Steve in a blanket, baklava a la Steve. What are you doing?
Well, the name scared me. Skin, Steve, roll.
Planning is your best protection against the unexpected. Let Dennis and Lance Shear of Shear Insurance Services advise you on the best plan. Stop by at 406 North Douglas Street in Malden or call them at 573-276-4586 for all your insurance needs.
Three Rivers Community College is a great place.
A great place. A great place to start career training.
At TRCC, I'm getting training for a good job with a good salary.
Three Rivers has high-tech equipment, great instructors,
and convenient classes. To learn more, go to trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Get started at TRCC.
Well, that was the Holcomb cheerleaders out with the cheerleaders of tomorrow doing a little dance routine. We appreciate that entertainment at halftime. Let me give you the scoring right quick, then we'll go to Tyler and he'll give you the stats. for the Gideon Bulldogs, who have 35 points. They have 3 players with 8 points. That's Jake Depro, Joey Richmond, and Jordan Landers. They have 3 points to Kirk Miller, 3 to Brady Watson, 2 to Keith Trosper, and 1 to Max Johnson. Free throw wise, Gideon is 4 for 10. Foul wise, Keith Trosper with 4, 3 to Kirk Miller, 2 to Brady Wilson and Adam Thurman, and 1 to Jake Depro. For the Holcomb Hornets, scoring wise, Lucas Fuller with 11, also Shane McElrath with 11, 3 to Chad Adams, 2 to Alex Johnson, 1 to Stephen Kirkpatrick. Free throw wise, 14 for 20 by the Hornets. Foul wise, 2 fouls each to Alex Johnson, Jordan Osborne, Chad Adams, 1 foul to Lucas Fuller, 1 to Chase Branch. 35-28 halftime score. What do you have for us stat wise?
Well, both teams aren't really turning the ball over very much. Even though Gideon's turned out on a press, Holcomb's handled it fairly well. Holcomb's got 6 turnovers. Gideon's only managed 3 points off those turnovers, and Gideon's got 5 turnovers. Holcomb converts 5 points off those turnovers from three-point land. Seeing Gideon put up quite a few here in the first half, 5 of 17 here in the first half. Joey Richmond is 2 of 6, and Jordan Landers is 2 of 5. Those are the guys who are putting it up for the Bulldogs. And on the Holcomb side, they're only 0 of 1. Zach Williams being the only one to take that three-pointer. So Holcomb, they're really not going to get into a three-point contest with Gideon. Going to stay more aggressive towards the basket, as you saw in the first half. Fast break. Each team's got 2 fast break points, so you're not really seeing a really up and down game. But Gideon, they outscored Holcomb in the first quarter, 14-13. And here at a halftime score, 35-28. Gideon outscored Holcomb 21-15 in that second quarter. So each quarter you're seeing more momentum go towards Gideon. But I mean, if Gideon, they're committing some fouls. They had quite a few first half fouls, and I think you had one player, I can't remember who it was, that's got 4 already.
Well, sometimes that press will do that. You'll quit playing with your feet and start reaching with your hands, and it'll do things like that to you. Quite impressed with 2 young men that came off the bench for the Gideon Bulldogs. Joey Richmond, he had 2 threes in that quarter, along with in the second quarter, along with a regular field goal, and also Jordan Landers in that first quarter. He had 8 points. He had 2 threes and a regular field goal, and that's 12 points right there by the 2 young guys. Richmond is a junior, and Landers a sophomore, and those 2 guys are shooting the ball quite well.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see here in the second half what Holcomb plans to do. Gideon's putting up quite a few threes. They've made a few, but as percentage-wise, they're not shooting very well out there. Probably right under 30%. But it's going to be interesting to see what they do if they come out man-to-man to basically try to shut down that three, get a hand in the face, or if they want to basically concede, a three-point shot after, making them work around the perimeter some. Let's see what they come out and do. But Gideon really, I thought there towards the end of the first half, they were frustrating Holcomb. Holcomb was having a hard time offensively. And there they committed some fouls there towards the end of the second half that basically kept it pretty close. Holcomb was able to get to the free throw line and convert. So instead of, we're at a 7-point lead at halftime. It could have easily been 10 to 15 points if they would have been a little bit more disciplined on defense. But they're staying aggressive and actually doing fairly well on the offensive end. Depro's being real aggressive on the inside. He's taking it all the way a few times. So it's going to be interesting second half, I believe.
Okay, well, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with the start of your second half in just a moment. You're watching high school basketball on YHC.
Three Rivers Community College is a great place.
A great place.
A great place to start college or career classes.
Three Rivers affordable tuition
Means Pell Grants go further.
I can use A+.
I got a scholarship.
To learn more, go to trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Get started at TRCC.
Have you noticed they're all the same guy?
It would be hard not to.
Enjoying the art?
Yes, very much. Are you the artist?
I am.
Who is Steve, the doer?
Doer. He's my farmer's insurance agent.
Really?
He gave me the coverage to save my studio. Mina. Hors d'oeuvre, Steve on a stick, salmon skin Steve roll, Steve in a blanket, baklava a la Steve. What are you doing?
Well, the name scared me. Skin, Steve, roll.
Planning is your best protection against the unexpected. Let Dennis and Lance Shear of Shear Insurance Services advise you on the best plan. Stop by at 406 North Douglas Street in Malden or call them at 573-276-4586 for all your insurance needs.
Been a good first half, and glad that you folks have enjoyed us. 35-28. Bulldogs on top of the Hornets by 7. And Hornets looking for their first win, but I'm telling you, they're playing good. I'm impressed. They haven't quit. They keep hustling. Seth McBroom has put a lot of players into the game. Now, Tim Kelly is in for Gideon. He had a big JV game. Gideon's going to be short now because of a lot of those guys play on a JV team, and they played 3 or 4 quarters, so they're only allowed 1 or 2 quarters. You can play 5 quarters a night. And Gideon got a little foul trouble, so let's see what Coach Sexton does offensively and defensively for Gideon to keep him out of the foul trouble. McElrath with the ball, puts it up, ball blocked by Johnson. Like I say, Johnson can jump out of the gym. Nice pass down to Alex Johnson under the board, or under the bucket, and ball knocked out of bounds by Depro. Good defense that time by the Gideon Bulldogs.
And you were saying about Gideon's foul trouble, and Holcomb.
Kirkpatrick for 3 will not go. Rebounding is Alex Johnson. He's going to go line to shoot 2 as he was fouled that time.
I was saying Holcomb really needs to take advantage of that. Stay aggressive towards the basket. Gideon, a player with 3 to 4 fouls, they're going to be playing up a little tight. So, if you're Holcomb, you want to stay aggressive to the basket and get to the foul line like they've done all night.
Johnson with another free throw. He had 2 in that first quarter, or in the first half. They were both free throws. Misses this one. Nice rebound that time by Adams as he fought his way in and got the rebound. Third foul that time was on Brady Wilson of Gideon. Adams with the ball, gets it to McElrath, puts it up, can't get it to go. Max Johnson comes away with the rebound, has it knocked out of his hands. McElrath goes in for a drive, can't get it to go. Rebound that time by Tim Kelly. Kelly gets the ball over to Depro. 1 minute gone here in the third quarter play. 35-29. Hawkins cut it by 1. Max Johnson with a shot on the baseline, will not go. Wilson with a rebound, gets it to Miller for 3. In and out. Ball tipped around. It's going to go off of Depro over to the Hornets. 6:56 to go in this third period of play. McElrath ball that time from Adams to McElrath. Branch with the ball. Gets it down to McElrath. McElrath looks for somebody underneath. Can't find someone. Swings around out front. Adams for 3. Scores it. Chad Adams has 6 in a game. 35-32.
Holcomb's moving the ball very well here early on. They're getting some real good looks.
Holcomb scores the first 4 points of this third quarter of play. Drive that time. Put up by Kelly. Could not get it to go. Holcomb with a rebound. Hornets on the run. McElrath has it. Swings it to Kirkpatrick. McElrath has the ball back. He's going to work against Max Johnson. Nice pass down to Alex. A good give and go that time too. Kirkpatrick missed his shot. Got the rebound. Ball blocked by Johnson. Ball out of bounds off of Gideon. Good hustle that time by both Depro and Branch.
That was a good awareness by Gideon there.
It was.
It was good offensive series there for Holcomb. They got some real good looks, good cuts to the basket. Gideon right there to swat it away.
As you can see, Johnson is a big factor in the center there. McElrath from the corner thought about it, pulls it back, gets a bounce pass down to Adams, inside to Johnson. He's going to be fouled. Foul is going to go against Tim Kelly, his first, team second. Branch will inbound under the Hornet basket. He gets the ball to Adams. Adams to Kirkpatrick. McElrath on the drive. Well, oh, beautiful roll. Gets it to go. 13 in the game by McElrath. 35-34, folks. We got a barn burner brewing right here at the Hornet Nest. Johnson swings it over to Miller. Miller to Depro. Has it go through his hands. Johnson picks it back up. Gets it to Miller. Miller's going to drive. Kicks it out to Kelly for three. Scores it. Tim Kelly for three. I'll tell you what, these JV guys have come in and have hit 5 threes for the Bulldogs. That's 15 points. Adams with the ball. Gets it to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick to Branch. Branch gets it to Adams. He drives, has the ball go off his hands and out of bounds off of the Gideon Bulldogs. Coming in for Gideon is Thurman. Going out is Max Johnson. Coming in for Holcomb is Zach Williams. Going out is Chase Branch. Kirkpatrick to inbound. Gets the ball out front. Gets the ball tipped around. I tell you, that's a tough foul right there.
Oh,
Kurt Miller hustling for the ball just happened as the ball was tipped. He actually runs over one of the Holcomb players, and that's his 4th foul.
Yeah, Miller made a nice move on that ball.
Sure
it's just McElrath was right there, and he was in his path and just went right over him.
Saddle him up. Holcomb doing a nice job swinging the ball.
Yeah, and they're moving without the ball real well, too. They're really trying to generate a lot away from the ball.
McElrath with the drive that time and a miss. Kelly with the rebound. Getting up 38-34. Depro's going out from the ball. McElrath's on him. Tell you, Holcomb feels that they can win this game. Holcomb in a 1-3-1 zone. Kelly's going to put up a long three. Will not go. Rebound by Alex Johnson. He gets the ball to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick quickly down the floor. Gets the ball to Williams. Williams inside to Adams. Adams a spin move. Puts it up. Will not go. Gets his own rebound. Puts it back up. Scores it. Chad Adams stayed with it. He has 5 and a quarter.
That was a nice initial move by Adams, and he stuck with it. He got some Gideon Bulldogs on his back and had good position. It's a good stick back.
Thurman to Miller. Thurman with the drive. Kicks it back out to Depro. Depro on the wing. Tries the baseline. Puts it up. Will not go. Alex Johnson with the rebound, and we're going to have a slap foul that time on Jake Depro, his 2nd, team's 4th of the half. 3:23 to go in this 3rd period of play. 38-36, getting on top. Adams in for the Hornets, replacing Alex Johnson. Alex Johnson's given some very valuable minutes tonight.
He sure has.
Kirkpatrick will set the offense for the Hornets. Miller coming out on him. Gets the ball to Williams. Williams looks inside to Adams. Adams working against Thurman. Puts it up. Will not go. Gets his rebound. Puts it back up. Scores it. We got a tie game.
Yeah, Adams has been working hard. He had a nice move, and he's been right there for his own putback. He's just being more aggressive on the boards than Gideon is right now.
Kelly with the ball. Swings it over to Miller. Or to Depro. Depro to Richmond for 3. Will not go. Rebound by Adams. Adams with the ball. Holcomb with the numbers. Adams going to go coast to coast, and he's going to be fouled by Richmond. Joey Richmond with his 1st foul, team's 5th, to the line to shoot 2 will be Chad Adams. Adams has 7 and a quarter, 10 in the game. He's had a big 3rd quarter. First one up, scores it. That's the first lead for the Hornets since early in the game.
In the 1st quarter, yeah.
That's our 3rd lead change. Max Johnson back in for the Bulldogs. Going out is Adam Thurman. Adams' 2nd shot. Knocks it down. Depro quickly down the floor of the ball, puts it up, will not go. We're going to have a blocking foul Blocking foul is going to be on Shane McElrath. His first foul of the game, team's first of the second half. To the line to shoot 2 will be Jake Depro. Depro with 8 in the first half. He's 2 for 4 from the line. First one up, scores it.
Well, Gideon really needed that for Depro to push it up the court. They've really come out in this second half and really haven't found an identity on offense yet. They know they can have the 3 when they want it because Holcomb's not playing real tough perimeter defense, but you can tell they're really wanting to generate something within the 3-point line and haven't been able to do it so far.
Second one good. 40 all. Nice pass down to Williams. He puts it up, will not go. Rebound that time by Wilson. Good defense that time by the Bulldogs. That made
Tim
Williams
Kelly
change his
come out of nowhere. Looked like he had or Zach Williams had a nice easy shot, and then Kelly comes out of nowhere to alter it. That saved an easy 2 points there.
We got a push foul that time on Chad Adams. His third, team's second. Johnson and Kirkpatrick in for the Hornets. Going out is Adams and Williams. Wilson working inside, puts it up, scores it. Nice move by the sophomore. He has 7 in the game. 42-40. Gideon on top of Holcomb. Kirkpatrick thought about a 3, pulled it back, gets it to Johnson. He puts it up. Ball is blocked by Max Johnson. Max Johnson been a factor under the bucket defensively. Depro with the ball inside, gets it all to Johnson from 18. Will not go. Rebounded on the floor by time by McElrath. 1:40 to go in this third period of play. 42-40. Gideon on top of Holcomb. McElrath with the ball. He puts it up from 12. Scores it. McElrath with his.
And Kelly almost had a steal and would have had an easy 2 if he'd made it, but that's what happens when you gamble a little bit. At
Kelly
least
for
that guy
3.
wide open.
Kelly for 3. That's his second 3 of the quarter. He has 6 in a game. 45-42. McElrath working against Depro. Gets the ball to Kirkpatrick. Oh, nice takeaway that time by Depro. 50 seconds to go. Depro going to drive, puts the reverse up, will not go. Ball tipped around. Kirkpatrick comes away with it for the Hornets. Quickly down to Branch. Branch back to Kirkpatrick. Nice pass off that time to Fuller. Fuller to Alex Johnson just inside the 3. He knocks down that 2. Johnson with 3 1/4. 5 in the game. 45-42. 25 seconds to go in this third quarter. The little guy puts up a 3. Richmond, it will not go. Johnson with another rebound. Kirkpatrick quickly down to McElrath. Holcomb on the fly. McElrath a spin move, puts it up, will not go, but he's going to go to the line to shoot 2 with 15.7 seconds to go in this third quarter. Shane McElrath has 4 1/4, 15 in the game. He finds a way to have the ball and he does something with it.
And he's smart with the basketball.
Yes,
right there. He made the perfect move, the move you want in transition. Drew the foul, and he's shot the free throw very well tonight. And he's found himself on the line again with one already made.
Yep. Alex Johnson out. Coming in for him is Adam Thurman. Game tied again. Second one up. Knocks it down. We've had 4 lead changes in this fourth quarter. McElrath out. Coming in for him is Jordan Osborne. Down to 10 seconds to go. Kelly with the ball on the wing. Richmond with the ball. Oh, nice pass underneath the Wilson as the hard goes off. He puts up a shot. Can't get it to go. At the end of the third quarter, the Holcomb Hornets have come from 7 down to take the lead, 46-45. You're watching high school basketball on YHC.
Three Rivers Community College is a great place.
A great place.
A great place to start college.
Why pay university prices?
When the same classes at TRCC cost a lot less.
I can use A+.
I get individual attention.
I'm close to home.
To learn more, go to trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Get started at TRCC.
Have you noticed they're all the same guy?
It would be hard not to.
Enjoying the art?
Yes, very much. Are you the artist?
I am.
Who is Steve, the doer?
Doer. He's my farmer's insurance agent.
Really?
He gave me the coverage to save my studio. Mina. Hors d'oeuvre, Steve on a stick, salmon skin Steve roll, Steve in a blanket, baklava a la Steve. What are you doing?
Well, the name scared me. Skin, Steve, roll.
Planning is your best protection against the unexpected. Let Dennis and Lance Shear of Shear Insurance Services advise you on the best plan. Stop by at 406 North Douglas Street in Malden or call them at 573-276-4586 for all your insurance needs.
Well, what do you think about that third quarter? I mean, the Hornets came out, didn't they?
Yeah, that's Holcomb come out aggressive. You really saw them do a lot more off the ball than they did with the basketball. It's not like they were breaking Gideon down off the dribble. They were doing a lot off the ball, getting good cuts towards the basket and getting good looks. Gideon on the offensive end, they've really struggled to find something, in the paint. They've had a few good looks, had a good look there before the quarter. They know they can get the three-point shot. If they work it enough, they can get the open three-pointer. But, Gideon's not wanting to come down and put a three-pointer up every possession. So it's going to be real critical that they find something on the interior in this last quarter. But like we said, Holcomb stayed in it right at the end of the first half. And they're doing what they need to do, stay aggressive towards the paint, get to the free throw line. And that's what's been the difference for Holcomb here early on.
Holcomb's defense really controlled that third quarter as they slowed the Gideon Bulldogs down. Kelly within the corner for three, will not go. Rebound that time by Thurman, who gets the ball over to Depro, who has a ball knocked out of bounds. Gideon will control the ball under their own basket. Depro with the ball. Miller back into the game. He has 4 fouls. Swings it down to Depro. Gideon looking to generate some offense as they're getting around the three-point line there. Notice how they've got 4 of them out. We've got a timeout on the floor. It's Daniel Sexton wants timeout with 7:10 to go in this game. 46-45, Holcomb on top. I want to tell you tonight's game brought to you by the Gideon Care Center. Family owned and operated by Dorn and Wanda Vansel, a place where caring makes a difference. If you're looking for a skilled nursing facility that treats you like family, come and be part of ours. That's Medicare and Medicaid approved, 74-bed facility. Phone 573-448-3505. It's Gideon Care Center, our family caring for yours. I want to thank those folks for bringing tonight's game. It's been a dandy.
Oh yeah, it's I knew coming in it was going to be a competitive game. Even though you look at it on paper, you think Gideon's going to come in here with a win, but Holcomb's played competitive all year. We've seen it on the box score all year long. They've had close ones all year long, and here in the Tri-County, every game's been pretty competitive here in the Tri-County Conference all year. So they've been on their game. They've done what they want to do. Stay aggressive towards the basket, get to the free throw line where they've shot it well. And that's where you saw that timeout by Coach Sexton. He's, the guys are looking around, and they have 4 guys around the three-point line and 1 on the block, and he didn't like what he saw there, and he whipped out the board and drew something up. We'll see if they can get some momentum here offensively.
Well, their spacing is much better. They're going to try to swing that ball. Kelly with a drive. He's going to take it back out. Miller has it, gets it to Max Johnson for 3, will not go. Ball tipped around, and stepping out of bounds is Depro with the ball. It will turn over to the Hornets. 6:53 to go in regulation. Holcomb on top of the Gideon Bulldogs, 46-45. Kirkpatrick with the ball. Gets it to Adams underneath. Oh, what a nice pass down to Branch. Branch for his first 2 of the night, right underneath. Goes up and puts it up quickly.
There's Branch working off the ball again. Gets right under the basket for an easy 2.
Johnson puts it down to Wilson. Wilson out to Depro. Depro inside, will not go. Rebounded by Osborne of the Hornets. Kirkpatrick in the corner. Gets it to Adams. Adams is driving. Gets the ball out to Branch for 3. Will not go. Rebound, but Adams puts it up, scores it. Chad Adams, big night. He has 14 in the game. We've got timeout with 6:03 to go. 50-45. Holcomb up by 5. We want to tell you tonight's game brought to you by Strawberries Midtown Dining Room. They're located at 107 Main Street in Holcomb. They're the best barbecue around. Strawberries Midtown Dining Room also has custom catering for you. Phone 573-792-9689 at Strawberries Midtown Dining Room, where you'll find the biggest pork steak around. And I'll tell you what, folks, we've had some of that catering by Strawberries. They do a great job. Just give them a call. I want to thank those folks for bringing tonight's game. Also, Three Rivers Community College and Shear Insurance Services, your Farmers Insurance Group agents in Malden.
Yeah, we saw Holcomb get another look, missed a 3-point attempt, but they're right there on the boards. I believe that was Adams with the board, put it right back in for 2. He's worked real hard on the boards, getting putbacks, getting his own putbacks. Gideon just needs to play a little bit more aggressively on defense and grab those boards away from Holcomb. And they're moving the ball a little better here on offense the past 2 series, but Wilson had the ball there on the block, had good position, but he passed it back out to Depro. He really needs to look for his shot. He had some good moves earlier, so he really needs to look forward to scoring on the interior.
They got Richmond, Depro, and Miller along at 3-point laid out there, and Richmond puts it up, scores it. Joey Richmond with his third 3 of the night, has 11 in the game. Young man has played a great game off the bench. Adams out front. He's working against Richmond. Adams drives and going to be fouled. Foul is going to be on Joey Richmond, his second. Teams, I believe it's going to be their 7th, and they're going to put, of course, that's going to be a 2-shot foul, but it's going to put Holcomb in the bonus from here on out. Adams has had a big game. The 6'2 senior has 14 so far. He's 3 for 3 from the line tonight. Make that 4 for 4. Alex Johnson and Jordan Osborne going out for the Hornets. Coming in is Shane McElrath and Lucas Fuller. Coach McBroom used his bench tonight very wisely, as well as Daniel Sexton. Adams now with 4 1/4, 16 in a game, 5:20 to go. Holcomb on top by 4, 52-48 over Gideon. Miller loses a handle on the ball. Kirkpatrick gets it. Gets the ball over to Adams. Adams going to drive. Nice spin move, and he's going to be fouled. Foul is going to be on Brady Wilson. His 4th. The line to shoot 2 will be Chad Adams.
Well, it's been a tale of 2 halves for Gideon. First half, they were shooting the ball fairly well from the outside and getting inside looks also. In the second half, it's been almost completely the opposite. They've been out of sync. They hadn't hit the shots that they have in the first half.
Adams sinks the first one. 53-48. 5:06 to go. Plenty of time for the Bulldogs. Second one up, scores it. 6 1/4, 18 in the game. He's perfect from the line tonight. 7 for 7. It's Chad Adams. Max Johnson thought about it, pulled it back, gets it to Richmond. To Miller, back to Richmond. Swings it over to Depro. Depro to Miller. Miller puts up a 3. In and out. Rebound by Wilson. He puts it up, scores it.
Strong move by Wilson.
It was.
He's got a real nice touch right there around the basket.
And he's just a sophomore. Wilson has 9 in the game. Adams on a drive. Gideon with the ball. Max Johnson has it. Gets it down to Depro with a reverse. Scores it. Jake Depro. 12 in the game. 54-52. 4:15 to go. Branch gets the ball to Adams. Branch with the ball, swings it or goes down into the corner. We're going to have a walking call, turnover on the Hornets. Coming in for Gideon is Adam Thurman, and going out is Max Johnson. Zach Williams checking in for the Hornets. Going out is Chase Branch. Zach Williams, a 5'11 junior, wears number 3. Depro with the ball. He's out front, working against the 1-3-1 zone. Richmond swings it back to him. Miller's going to drive. Kicks the ball back out to Thurman, who puts it up. Will not go. Rebounded by Wilson. Gets it back to Thurman, who scores it.
Ever seen Gideon really start to get into the interior, and they've had success here late. We got a tie ball game.
54 all with 3:30 to go in this contest in regulation. Adams has the ball. Swings it to Williams, who gets it to Kirkpatrick for 3. Will not go. Ball tipped around. Ball put up by Fuller. Couldn't get it to go, and Fuller puts it back. It's going to be fouled. Couldn't get it to go. Fuller has 11 in the game. He's 3 for 4 from the line. Foul is going to be on Jake Depro, his 4th. Fuller has not scored in this second half. He has a chance here to knock down his first points of this half. In and out. Alex Johnson will be checking in for Fuller. 3:21 to go. 54 all. Second one up. Short. Rebounded by Depro. I tell you, he's everywhere, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, he's been real active.
Richmond for 3 for the quarter. Will not go. Ball tipped around. Wilson comes away with it. Gets it to Miller. Getting with a chance to take the lead. Thurman has it. Swings it to Depro. To Richmond. Back to Depro. To Thurman. Under 3 minutes to go in the game. Miller has it. Depro drives, kicks it out to Miller. Miller for 3. Will not go. Rebounded by Fuller. Holcomb with a chance to take the lead. Williams is going to drive, puts it off the board, scores it. Wow! What a move by Zach Williams. We've got timeout on the floor with 2:36 to go. It's 56-54. The Hornets on top by 2. You're watching high school basketball on YHC.
Have you noticed they're all the same guy?
It would be hard not to.
Enjoying the art?
Yes, very much. Are you the artist?
I am.
Who is Steve, the doer?
Doer. He's my farmer's insurance agent.
Really?
He gave me the coverage to save my studio. Mina. Hors d'oeuvre, Steve on a stick, salmon skin Steve roll, Steve in a blanket, baklava a la Steve. What are you doing?
Well, the name scared me. Skin, Steve, roll.
Planning is your best protection against the unexpected. Let Dennis and Lance Shear of Shear Insurance Services advise you on the best plan. Stop by at 406 North Douglas Street in Malden or call them at 573-276-4586 for all your insurance needs.
Three Rivers Community College is a great place.
A great place. A great place to start career training.
At TRCC, I'm getting training for a good job with a good salary.
Three Rivers has high-tech equipment, great instructors,
and convenient classes. To learn more, go to trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Get started at TRCC.
Boy, what a game we have seen.
Oh, yeah, that was And it's going to come down to the wire here. That was a real nice move by Zach Williams on that drive. He saw a Gideon defender. It looked like he was either going to charge over him, but he had real good awareness to jump around that defender and have a real nice touch off the glass. That's a really hard shot to make when you're going left or right up in the air like that. But it's been Holcomb's game here in the second half. They've controlled the tempo of the game. Gideon's come on stronger here in the past few minutes, getting more of a presence on the interior. But it looks like Holcomb's still trying to push him out and try to force him into that three-point shot. But it's really going to come down to who's going to execute on offense, I believe, because turnovers hasn't been much of a key here. There's only been 2 turnovers for each team in the second half. So really, here in the last few minutes of the game, it's going to come down to who executes more offensively.
Well, one way to tell when you're seeing a good ball game, we've had 8 lead changes in this game, and that's good. I mean, when you have that, it's a good spectator game. The teams are playing evenly. We've got a kicking violation that time against Zach Williams. Boy, I tell you, Williams made a power move a while ago. His first 2 points of the night, but boy, they were big.
Yeah.
Gideon's offense just keeps getting a little further out, Thurman with the ball, swings it over to Richmond. Richmond, one dribble, picks it up, gives it to Thurman. Thurman's driving, gets it back to Richmond. Richmond to Miller. Depro for 3, scores it. Check Depro with his first 3. He has 15 in the game. Gideon in a press. They gave him 2, didn't they? We've got a timeout on the floor. I guess that was a 2.
The foot was on the line, I guess.
Okay, well, I guess he was. 56 all. We're getting ready for another lead change in this game. So it's tied up. Somebody's got to get the lead before it's over.
Yeah, that was a good look by Depro. It's first, or I would say it's 3, but it's almost a 3. But it's going to be interesting to see. But it looks like every shot that Gideon's getting is on the perimeter, right around the 3-point line. So it's going to be interesting to see if they're going to be able to.
Their offense is setting up there. They're putting 4 guys around that 3-point line and 1 guy under.
Yeah, and Holcomb's basically creating a shell, it looks like, to just force that outside shot. So
and here's another stat with 1:56 to go in the game. The next foul by Gideon, Holcomb will be in the double bonus. Holcomb has only committed 2 fouls in this half, so Holcomb has fouls to give. If they want to go after the ball, they got plenty of fouls to give, and they don't have anybody in foul trouble.
Yeah, with Holcomb in the situation they're in, they should just do what they've been doing all game, stay aggressive towards the basket. They've been shooting the foul shot very successfully all game.
Tell you, the Holcomb fans over here are on their feet. I mean, they're excited. Their team's in the game, got a chance to win their first game of the season. McElrath underneath, scores it. What a pass by Adams as he saw McElrath all alone. His first 2 of the third quarter, he has 19 in the game. That's Shane McElrath. Richmond in the corner with the ball, gets it to Miller. Miller swings it, tries to underneath the Depro, reverse, scores it. Golly!
Well, that pass just made it. It was actually deflected by Holcomb. It was a long bounce pass. Had just enough on it to get it past to Depro for the score.
Great end-to-end action. Johnson gets the ball to Branch. Branch swings it down to McElrath. He's underneath. Johnson with a block. Richmond comes away with it, gets it to Wilson. Wilson over to Miller. We're tied with 1 minute to go. 58 all. Folks, you have seen a barn burner here from Holcomb. 58 all. What a game. Ball tip around. Adams comes away with it. 2-on-2. Adams is going to drive. Spin move. Puts it up. Cannot get it to go. Rebounded by Depro. Depro's going to go the length of the floor. He's still got it. Goes to center. Goes in. And we're going to have a charge foul against Depro. Good defense that time by Adams. Depro picks up his 5th foul.
That was initially a good move by Depro to push the ball up the floor and try to get a bucket in transition. And it looks like it's going to be his 5th foul, so that's really going to hurt Gideon's ability to push the ball up the floor quickly. Looks like Miller's going to be the man to do that here late.
Well, Thurman's coming in for Depro. Depro's played a great game as he's had 16 points in this game. 37.7 seconds to go. We've got a tie game, 58 all. Adams inbounds to Williams. Williams back to Adams. Gideon in a press. Holcomb breaks it. Adams has it. Oh, take away that time at Thurman. 2-on-1. He gets the ball to Miller. He puts it up, scores it. Gideon on top by 2 with 15 seconds to go. Adams quickly down the floor for the Hornets. He has the ball. Goes inside. Delay. Puts it up. Will not go. Rebounded by Wilson. He gets the ball to Johnson. Johnson throws it down the other end of the floor. McElrath with a steal. 3 seconds to go. We've got a timeout on the floor with 3.4 seconds. Holcomb will have the ball, trailing by 2. We'll see if they put any seconds back on the clock. Referees and Coach Breeze are seeing where Holcomb will inbound the ball. 3.4 seconds to go. Man, either team, man, you just hate to see either team lose this game. What Johnson was trying to do was get the ball down on a fast break, and the ball just hung up. It allowed McElrath to run down and intercept. He got it on the way down the floor. Timeout was called from the bench. We'll see. The ball's going to be almost directly at midcourt.
Yeah, we've seen real good ball control here in the last quarter, or in the last half, really, just up until the past few possessions. Holcomb controlling the ball real well here. They've only had 3 turnovers in the whole half, and just right there, they got a little lackadaisical with the ball. Adams turns it over, and he gives up the layup, and that was the only points in this half that Gideon scored off of Holcomb's turnovers, and that's huge.
Well, folks, this game tonight's been brought to you by Three Rivers Community College, Shear Insurance Services, your Farmers Insurance Group agents in Malden, Gideon Care Center, and also Strawberry's Midtown Dining Room. I want to thank those folks for bringing you this barn burner from the Hornets' Nest right here in Holcomb. Holcomb will inbound the ball.
Looks like if you're Holcomb here, it looks like you're going to have it close to half court, and you want to. You got plenty of time to have someone like McElrath or Adams to get the ball and make a strong move towards the basket, try to draw a foul.
Gideon's going to call timeout. They wanted to see the Holcomb offense. Daniel Sexton, you can see what he was doing. He went and told the referee, when they get out there, I want timeout before the ball's inbound because I want a timeout. Now he's going to get with his guys and set his defense according to that offense. Let's see if Seth McBroom changes his offense now on this play. You know, now again, Holcomb is going to be in the double bonus, so they're going to get 2 free throws if they're fouled.
That's why in the situation they're in, they've got 2 good ball handlers in Adams and McElrath. You would assume that the ball's going to go to one of those 2 guys, and they've got plenty of time to take probably a good 4 or 5 dribbles towards the basket. Strong move towards the basket, either draw the foul or get an easy point in the paint. So, and Gideon, they don't want to foul, so they got to play aggressive, but still yet not commit a foul on the drive because that's just going to send them straight to the line. So if you're Gideon, you want to make them work for a shot, but you can't commit a foul on the drive, say, you know, ride on the inbound. So we'll see what Holcomb does, but I would assume that's what they will do. Anyone who's going to get the ball is going to be going hard towards the basket.
Well, they've got plenty of time. I mean, they can't go in the back court and jack around, but they've got plenty of time.
It's got to be going towards the front court especially.
Right. As long as they got that momentum going to the bucket, we're going to see what's going to happen. Kirkpatrick will inbound. He gets the ball into Williams. Zach Williams is going to drive, gets it over to McElrath. He puts it up, the hard goes off, scores it. We're going overtime. Wow, what a shot. What a shot!
That was a big shot by McElrath. He was off balance. Looked like Kirkpatrick did what he could to get it to him. Got the ball, put up an off-balance shot, and drained it. Big shot. We're going into overtime, Bill.
We're going to take a short break. You're watching high school basketball on Y8C.
Three Rivers Community College is a great place.
A great place.
A great place to start college or career classes.
Three Rivers affordable tuition
Means Pell Grants go further.
I can use A+.
I got a scholarship.
To learn more, go to trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Get started at TRCC.
Have you noticed they're all the same guy?
It would be hard not to.
Enjoying the art?
Yes, very much. Are you the artist?
I am.
Who is Steve, the doer?
Doer. He's my farmer's insurance agent.
Really?
He gave me the coverage to save my studio. Mina. Hors d'oeuvre, Steve on a stick, salmon skin Steve roll, Steve in a blanket, baklava a la Steve. What are you doing?
Well, the name scared me. Skin, Steve, roll.
Planning is your best protection against the unexpected. Let Dennis and Lance Shear of Shear Insurance Services advise you on the best plan. Stop by at 406 North Douglas Street in Malden or call them at 573-276-4586 for all your insurance needs.
Our first well, it's not our first overtime. We had 2 overtimes in the Bloomfield Christmas tournament. We'll play 4 minutes. We're still tied. We'll go more. We got plenty of tape. Max Johnson will jump for Gideon Bulldogs. Alex Johnson.
You know, this game's really deserving of an overtime because both teams played basically. It was nip and tuck all the way to the end. This game really deserves an overtime to settle this.
Holcomb will control. Ball kicked back to Kirkpatrick or tipped back to him. Williams with the ball to Adams. Adams driving against Johnson, gets the ball out to Williams. Williams took that ball in the corner a while ago, got it to McElrath. McElrath, nice jump shot as the horn went off. Williams is going to drive. Stops, puts it up, will not go. Ball tipped around, out of bounds off of Gideon.
Yeah, that was Zach Williams that got that ball to McElrath. Initially I said it was Kirkpatrick. Yeah, that was Williams on that drive. Made a nice look.
McElrath in the corner, gets it to Alex Johnson, who gets it to Kirkpatrick. To McElrath, he's for the free throw line, puts up a shot, will not go, rebounded by Wilson. 3:15 to go in this overtime period. Game still tied, 60-all. Johnson kicks the ball down to Richmond. To Miller, to Johnson, just inside the 3, will not go. Richmond with a near rebound, ball out of bounds off of McElrath. 3:05 in overtime, in the first overtime period. Neither team has scored. Holcomb has fouls to give. Holcomb's in the double bonus on the free throws. Johnson with the ball, working against Adams. Gets it down to Thurman, has it knocked out of his hands, but went right to Wilson, who put it up and in. Wilson with 11 in the game. Sophomore's had a big game.
Yeah, he's getting good position, and I was about to say they should look for Wilson because he had a defender on his back, and he was right in the position to get that loose ball and put it up.
Turnover. Thurman comes away with it. Ball goes out of bounds off of Holcomb. Good hustle that time by McElrath, trying to save the ball. 2.5 minutes to go. Chase Branch in for Zach Williams. Thurman will inbound for the Bulldogs. Well, we've seen a dandy tonight, haven't we, Kim? Richmond for 3 for the corner, in and out. Alex Johnson with a rebound, gets the ball to Branch. Branch down in the corner to McElrath. McElrath drives, puts up a left-handed shot, will not go. Max Johnson with a rebound. Miller across the timeline with 2:05 to go in this first overtime frame. First overtime. Max Johnson has it. Gets it to Thurman. Thurman to Miller. Miller's going to drive in, gets the ball to Richmond, and he swings it back to Thurman for 3. Puts it up. Will not go. Ball tipped around. Max Johnson comes away with it. He puts up one free throw line. We got a timeout with 1:46 to go in the first overtime. 62-60. Gideon has scored the only 2 points in overtime. I want to tell you tonight's game, this exciting game brought to you by Three Rivers Community College, Shear Insurance Services, your Farmers Insurance Group agents in Malden, Gideon Care Center, and Strawberry's Midtown Dining Room. What a game we have seen.
Oh, we sure have. Gideon, looks like they've stepped up their interior defense. Holcomb's got some inside looks, but they've been contested, which a lot of Holcomb's points in the second half are coming on those interior points, working off the ball. But it looks like Gideon's tightened up their defense on the interior, and Gideon, they're looking a little better on offense. They're moving the ball a little better, but I really say that, Wilson, he's really getting good position down low. He's hanging around that block and he's getting loose balls and rebounds. And I think he's gonna be big for him down here in the stretch.
Well, Gideon will control the ball under their own basket. Trigger man will be Adam Thurman. Thurman is a junior. They'll be running an out-of-bounds play off this set. Ball pitched up to Johnson. He puts it up and short. Alex Johnson with a rebound. Gets the ball to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick being double-teamed. Gets the ball to Adams. Holcomb with the numbers, but decide to take their time. They get it to Kirkpatrick. For three. Puts it up. Short. Rebounded on the floor by Alex Johnson. Gets it back to Kirkpatrick, to Adams. 1:25 to go in overtime. Kirkpatrick with the ball. Down to Adams. Adams is going to drive. Puts it up, scores it. Adams ties it.
Well, Adams has sure been big for him here in the second half. He's getting easy baskets like that.
62 all with 1:05 to go in the first overtime. Folks, we may be here all night. Go straight from here to the studio to do the news. That's fine with me. I love high school basketball. Wilson in the corner with the ball. Max Johnson has it. Gets it back to Wilson. Wilson to Thurman. Thurman's driving. He puts it up. We're going to have a charge. Charge is going to be on Adam Thurman, his third. 41 seconds to go. Holcomb has the ball. Game tied. McElrath gets it to Adams. 2-on-1. Adams trying to get over to Johnson. Miller hustling down the floor, kicks it out of bounds with 32.5 seconds to go in the first overtime. Holcomb has the ball under their basket. Zach Williams coming in for Chase Branch for the Hornets. Kirkpatrick will inbound. Well, we've seen a dandy tonight. Kim just said a barn burner. Max Johnson with a takeaway on the inbounds pass. Miller working inside, has the ball tipped out of his hands. Holcomb comes away with it. Wilson has it, gets it to Thurman. Thurman swings it over to Johnson. He puts it up, scores it. He's going to go to the line. Try to convert on the three-point play. Max Johnson with his third point of the night. He's 1 for 2 from the line. 64-62. Gideon on top of Holcomb with 18.3 seconds to go.
Well, we're coming down to the wire once again. Max Johnson's got a chance to really put the pressure on Holcomb here to make it a 3-point spread.
Will not go. Adams, or McElrath with the rebound. 15 seconds to go. Adams has it. We've got a timeout on the floor by Holcomb with 12.2 seconds to go. You're watching high school basketball on YHC.
Have you noticed they're all the same guy?
It would be hard not to.
Enjoying the art?
Yes, very much.
Yeah.
Are you the artist?
I am.
Who is Steve, the doer?
Doer. He's my farmer's insurance agent.
Really?
He gave me the coverage to save my studio. Mina. Hors d'oeuvre, Steve on a stick, salmon skin Steve roll, Steve in a blanket, baklava a la Steve. What are you doing?
Well, the name scared me. Skin, Steve, roll.
Planning is your best protection against the unexpected. Let Dennis and Lance Shear of Shear Insurance Services advise you on the best plan. Stop by at 406 North Douglas Street in Malden or call them at 573-276 4586 for all your insurance needs.
Three Rivers Community College is a great place.
A great place. A great place to start career training.
At TRCC, I'm getting training for a good job with a good salary.
Three Rivers has high-tech equipment, great instructors,
and convenient classes. To learn more, go to trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Get started at TRCC.
Folks, they don't get any better than this.
Oh yeah, it's a big conference game for both teams. We got an overtime game. Hell, we could end up with two here with Holcomb's able to score on this possession. If you're Holcomb here, you got 12 seconds left. You don't want to take the last shot because if you miss it, no chance for an offensive rebound or a putback. So you'll probably see a shot at least with 5 or 6 seconds left, so they can have a second chance if they need it. So and just like in the first, at the end of regulation, they need to be aggressive. They've got the double bonus, so if they get fouled on the drive, they're going to go to the line to shoot too. So gearing up for another great finish here.
We've had 12 lead changes in this game. In that Bernie Dexter game the other night, we had 15 lead changes. So very competitive game, great game by both teams, both coaches working hard, the players working hard. Kirkpatrick to inbound. He gets it back to Adams. 10 seconds to go. Adams with the ball. He gets it to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick looks for someone to pass to as he gives up his dribble. Williams has it. He looks for someone to give to him. Turns around and puts it up. We've got the game is over. Wow, Miller turns a flip. This game finishes 64-62. The Bulldogs on top of the Holcomb Hornets. What a game we have had tonight here from Holcomb. Glad that you've joined us. We'll have plenty of stats for you here in just a moment. Watching both teams congratulating each other. Hard loss for Holcomb. They were trying to get their first win. Good win for the Gideon Bulldogs. And we're going to take a short break. You're watching high school basketball on YHC.
Three Rivers Community College is a great place.
a great place. A great place to start career training.
At TRCC, I'm getting training for a good job with a good salary.
Three Rivers has high-tech equipment, great instructors,
and convenient classes. To learn more, go to trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Get started at TRCC.
Have you noticed they're all the same guy?
It would be hard not to.
Enjoying the art?
Yes, very much.
Yeah.
Are you the artist?
I am.
Who is Steve, the doer?
Doer. He's my farmer's insurance agent.
Really?
He gave me the coverage to save my studio. Mina. Hors d'oeuvre, Steve on a stick, salmon skin Steve roll, Steve in a blanket, baklava a la Steve. What are you doing?
Well, the name scared me. Skin, Steve, roll.
Planning is your best protection against the unexpected. Let Dennis and Lance Shear of Shear Insurance Services advise you on the best plan. Stop by at 406 North Douglas Street in Malden or call them at 573-276-4586 for all your insurance needs.
What a barn burner you've just witnessed here from the Holcomb Gym as the Gideon Bulldogs hang on and win an overtime thriller over the Holcomb Hornets, 64-62. The scoring for the Gideon Bulldogs. Great game by Jake Depro with 16 points, 11 by Joey Richmond, 8 by Jordan Landers, 11 by Brady Wilson, 5 by Kurt Miller, 6 by Tim Kelly, 2 by Adam Thurman, and 2 by Keith Trosper, 3 by Max Johnson. Johnson, big 2 points, and Brady Wilson, big 2 points in that overtime for the 64 points. Gideon 6 for 12 from the free throw line. Gideon's record now goes to 6-8. For the Holcomb Hornets, scoring-wise, 21 by Shane McElrath, 20 by Chad Adams, 11 by Lucas Fuller, 5 by Alex Johnson, 2 each to Chase Brown and Zach Williams, 1 to Stephen Kirkpatrick. Free throw-wise, Holcomb 23 for 32. Holcomb goes to 0-10 on the season, but boy, I think they learned something in that game.
Oh, they sure did. Both teams really were competitive. We'll look at here, three-point attempts. Holcomb, 1 of 6 on the night, really didn't have a presence behind the line. They were really disciplined at going into the interior. Gideon, they really put the ball up from the outside. 8 of 31 on the game. Had 17 attempts in the first half, and that comes out to 14 in the second half. So they really put the ball up tonight. Turnover-wise, it was both teams took care of the ball fairly well. Holcomb had 11 turnovers, and Gideon had 11 also. Holcomb converted 9 points off of Gideon's turnovers, and Gideon converted 5 points off of Holcomb's turnovers. Both teams handled the ball fairly well.
Yes,
Most of the turnovers came late in that game. It seemed like in the second half anyways. Most of them came late in the game. But both teams really played all. And Holcomb, even though they come out with a win, they really played well enough to come away with a win here. Just an inbounds pass that was taken away by Gideon going the other end of the floor that on a score by Gideon. So Holcomb, they did everything. They did more than enough to come away with a win tonight, and they come out to win, and they put up a good effort. Gideon just you could probably say the difference in the game was Gideon coming out to a nice first half lead, had a 7-point lead at halftime. So it's odd to look at the first half as the difference, but that might have been the difference because Holcomb really had the momentum all the second half, and that's what I thought going into the second half, that Gideon was committing some fouls they didn't need to commit, some questionable fouls there at the end of the first half, and Holcomb went to the line, converted, and they converted all night. They shot very well from the free throw line, and they got some easy baskets. They're moving well off the ball, and they made a good run, and they surely don't have anything to be hold their heads down about tonight.
And I want to say the last 12 seconds of this game, Gideon's defense really kind of rattled the Holcomb team. Adams had the ball, and that's who you wanted to have the ball. He walked the ball down the court and gave it up, and when he did, Gideon's defense really clogged the middle to take away the short shot. And when they did that, it strictly bothered the tempo of the Holcomb Hornets. Their spacing was not good enough, and a shot put up at the end just short, or we would have been going to our second overtime.
Yeah, Gideon really, they struggled there in that second half. Adams was getting inside position really well. He was getting some inside looks there in between the blocks. He was getting his own putbacks.
Yeah.
And Gideon was having a hard time really controlling him down there and keeping their guards out of the paint, but they really locked up on that last possession when they needed it the most.
A great ball game. Glad that you folks got to join us in this game. I want to thank the folks at Holcomb for getting us all set up, taking care of us. Administration here and the school board, the coaching staff, and the principals. We just want to thank you all for taking care of us. We'll be back to another ball game right here in the near future, and I'm glad that you folks are watching high school basketball in White Sea. For Kim Stokes on the camera, Tyler Wagner, and for Bill Hampton, I want to thank you all for watching, and put your seatbelts on because we want to see you at a high school game in the near future. And don't forget, live today, learn from yesterday, look forward to tomorrow. Good night, everybody.